Welcome to Simply Happy Conversations, a podcast that teaches you how to create a clutter-free, functional and simply happy life. I'm Narelle King, a professional organiser who supports families with practical steps to simplify their lives and create a more organised home. I'm passionate about supporting neurodivergent families and individuals like myself. Over the summer, I'm taking a break and sharing a top tips series featuring insights from our amazing guests in 2024. Australia is one of the number one consumers of textiles in the world. The average person discards 35 kilograms of clothing a year. A cotton t-shirt generates 2.1 kilograms of CO2 emissions, and a pair of jeans, it's 8 kilograms. A wardrobe freeze is where you don't purchase new clothing for a set period of time and can benefit not only the environment, but also your finances. Today, I'm sharing a top tip from Jenna, an advocate for sustainable alternatives such as pre-loved, vintage, and clothing made with sustainable practices from the Ironic Minimalist. She will share tips to help you start the new year with a wardrobe freeze. To listen to the full conversation, head to episode 132 or check out the recording on YouTube. Let's jump into this top tip around a wardrobe freeze with Jenna from the Ironic Minimalist. And then do you find then that when you have done that yourself, but also with clients you've worked with, and even the feedback from when you did it, did you find that people were then like, oh, I actually then started to look at my wardrobe and wear things that I had not thought about wearing for a long time?
Yeah, people find all sorts of stuff in their wardrobe and they're like, oh, I never wore this because of whatever reason, but now I actually really like it. And I saw it on Cool Person the other day, so I'm going to wear it like this. And now I don't need to buy one because I had it already. So it's just like, kind of like discovering a whole side of your wardrobe that you keep missing because you keep going out and buying things rather than looking at what you already own. It's like, trying to find, the measuring cups inside the drawer of junk. Like, you need measuring cups, but you can't find them. So you just go buy another pair. Yeah. My mum always used to buy scissors all the time because she could never find scissors. And then when we finally moved her out of her house, we had like 15 pairs of scissors. Yeah. So she obviously had a problem with scissors. But yeah, just like looking at what you have rather than trying to buy a whole new wardrobe all the time. And when seasons change, look at what you've got, see what you can layer, and be like, okay, I really need a coat or I'm going to freeze. Go find that coat.
Yeah. So tell us about the wardrobe freeze. What sort of initiated that? And also, what did you find good and bad about it?
So it was a whole year. So all of last year, I basically did it because I saw this person called Ethically Kate on Instagram. She was doing a wardrobe freeze for the year before, so 2022. And I was like, oh, I don't think I could do that. But then as I watched her progress through the year, I'm like, I think I should do this. And I started looking because I track how much I spend on clothing and I track what I buy and where it goes. And I was like, I'm starting to spend a lot on clothing, but I'm getting rid of it really fast. So because I work in a consignment store, I take clothing there after a few wears and, get some store credit for it or cash. So like keeping in the loop, but I was going too fast. I was starting to treat my slow wardrobe like fast fashion. So I knew I had to sort of stop, and I knew I had to make it hard for myself because it's so easy to spend money. So I decided I'd do it for a whole year. I thought, if Ethically Kate can do it, I can do it. I was a little bit scared because I do work in, the fashion industry. It's my job. It's my love. But I was like, if I can at least do it for a month, then I know I've made progress. But I managed to do it for the whole year. And it was really empowering to say, no, thank you. Like, oh, this amazing coat just came in. No, thank you. That's it. No, thank you. And it was really nice, like towards the middle of the year when the seasons changed, it got pretty boring because I was wearing the same thing over and over again. But I'm okay with that. It's not too bad. And then towards the end, I was getting really excited because I knew I could buy again. It's sort of when I first started, I was like, oh, I'm just doing this to save money. But then towards the end, I was like, I think I'm doing this to experiment with my style again. Like I'm getting bored. I want to try new styles, new colors, new textures, new fabrics. And that's what I've been bringing forward into this year. But it was really surprising that I could actually do it.
Oh, no, I think it's amazing. It's a great initiative to try for everyone to even do it for a month, 2 months and see what you can achieve.
I've spoke to other people who've done it and they were like, it's the best thing I ever did. Like just stopping and pausing. Like I know you couldn't do it with food because you need to eat, but clothing is quite like a fun, frivolous thing most of the time. So it's really good to just pause and find your style again with what you already own. And then you can also start taking notes and be like, all right, well, I really need black pants to wear with this sort of thing, or I really need a coat because this one's full of holes. And then again, you can channel your energy into finding those perfect things.
Yeah. And I think that was what, for me, that last year, I'd sort of followed some other people similar to you, and I was like, right, I'm going to make a difference. And I'd heard statistics about jeans and how much, and I was like, that's it. I'm not going to buy a brand new pair of jeans at all this year. And I bought all my work jeans and all my like weekend jeans, all secondhand off Marketplace or, at a consignment store. And yeah, they're still going. So I'm like, okay, we'll just keep going. So it was like a little step. It wasn't quite the whole wardrobe, but it was like, okay, so now this year, what are the things can I do just to make that bit of a difference rather than just always going straight to the shop to buy things?
Yeah, it's just those little steps that make the change. You don't have to overhaul everything. It's just slowly plodding towards your end goal. And I bet those jeans are more comfortable than all the other shop jeans
for sure.
as well.
Yeah, they were great. And that's the thing. I did go into the shop. I did try them on. I knew what size I was looking for. And then I just went onto Marketplace, put in the search, what brand and the size, and just waited until they popped up. And I was surprised that 2 of them I bought within my local area. So, there was no shipping or anything. And the other 2 I got shipped, and it was within Australia. So that was great. It was
it's exactly right. That's what you do. You go to the shop, try on the sizes, and then you can buy them. One thing I did find about my wardrobe freeze is like I made a wish list of all the things I wanted to buy during the year. And a lot of those pieces have actually ended up back at work. So they've come right back around into work, and I'm like, oh, here they are now, but I don't want them. So it's funny to see how much styles do actually shift around in the fashion industry. Really interesting.
Thank you so much for joining me for today's Simply Happy conversation. If you find yourself wasting precious time searching for misplaced items and wishing for a more organized life, then you need my 5-minute declutter ebook, the ultimate guide to quick and easy organizing solutions for a clutter-free and happy home. Forget about spending months KonMariing your house. These fun solutions are designed to give you immediate results in under 5 minutes. Head over to Simply Happy in the resource section and download your free copy and start seeing results in minutes. I'd like to acknowledge the Wathaurong people of the Kulin Nation on which this podcast is recorded as the traditional custodians of the land. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging.